Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and I got this absolutely fantastic young lady that you're watching on the screen right now. And what we just did, well, we just made it back from a 6-day vacation, which I believe that we are still trying to wind down from that because we had so much fun. And wow, I can't wait to share some of the things that we did and the experiences that we had on this fantastic vacation. First of all, it was in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, and we had been there before, but not on an all inclusion. And wow, so I'm excited. Uh, Dr. Cooler, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm still reminiscing over that vacation. That was like the best vacation we have ever taken in a long, long time. I would say the top one was when we went to Cabo, when we went to Cabo, St. Lucas years ago. We went to that
Uh,
resort, but this even topped that. I mean, oh my gosh! Audience, it was perfect. It was beautiful.
it was. I mean, it's kind of hard to even describe this vacation because first of all, it was needed.
Hmm.
Secondly, it was unexpected up to the last minute when we were trying to figure out what we was going to do for
Hmm.
our 15th anniversary. So that's what. But before we even get this thing started, I just want everybody to know it's been so wonderful being married to this great woman for 15 years, and I just want to show you all just a little preview of this. I tell you, when you hear the word she or he or whatever that is completes you, in a sense, that's where all the missing pieces of the puzzle, I believe, come together. And somewhere during life, as we are, I would say, becoming more seasoned in experience, we run across some of the pieces that are required to propel us to get into our next destination because you're going to be on a lot of different destinations throughout life, and but you have to complete the destination that you own to really complete that in order to begin a new chapter, a new destination. And so Michelle came in my life, and it's kind of confusing with a lot of things, but her wisdom, her knowledge, her love, her understanding, and just the person that she is helped me to see down the road a little clearer. And I'm just so happy that where we are today began way back almost 18 years ago, and that the road is becoming clearer and clearer every day. So anybody out there that's listening to this, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is go to the platform wherever you're watching it at. You can ask Michelle or myself, any question that you want to. If you want to share your vacation experiences with us, by all means, we're all family. Let's do it. So, Michelle, I'm gonna give you an opportunity. Yeah, I know you're saying, "Hey, you ain't giving me an opportunity to say anything." But first of all, can you tell our viewers and our listeners the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and identify these two absolutely fantastic guests?
Oh, well, the title of the show is The Cooley Vacation Takeaways. And we're going to talk about why was it important for us to take a vacation and why we chose a specific destination. We're going to talk about the country, the culture, the food, and the people that we met during our trip, the excursion, sightseeing, and what did we enjoy the most. We're going to talk about the vacation spot we were actually at, the resort, and how this vacation rejuvenated our mind, body, and spirit. So, of course, the vacation is with me and my husband, James Cooley. So we are going to just really kind of talk about it, and we can kind of start like now. So, James, we were talking about taking a vacation. You mentioned a cruise. Well, we just went on a cruise in October. I said, let's do a resort, but we're trying to figure out where. I was like, oh, maybe go back to Cabo. And then one night we were just thinking and thinking. All of a sudden the phone rings. It was a vacation resort company. And then they just opened up the floodgates and told us about this amazing resort in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, called the Secrets Resort Vallarta Bay. And there's also the Dreams Resort Vallarta Bay. The secret side is adults only. The dream side is for families with children. But regardless, they're connected, and from there, we were just so excited. Like every week, we're like, oh, this amount of days are coming. This is amount of days. So why do you think it was important for us? I mean, we took vacation in October, but what happened between October until the time when we was like, we need another vacation? Why do you think we needed a vacation?
First of all, it's been work, 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 you know, constantly. And a lot of things I'm doing, and you were doing. I was writing 3 books at the same time, doing a show every day, dealing with other things. And it was no time to even think about just relaxation. It was no time to even think about that. And we didn't give it that much thought at the time. But it come time where your body kind of like hit a burnout phase, like, okay, we're going to have to put some things to the side and we're going to have to get away. But I was thinking, Michelle, that we had just gotten back from a cruise, 7-day cruise. And this is 5 months later, 4 months later, something like that, 5 months. I wasn't really even thinking about that, but also our anniversary was March. And we had to do something. Um, had to do something in bringing our anniversary in. So it was needed. We needed a vacation, and all of a sudden, we weren't even thinking about it, and phone rung, and because you and I had talked about it, but we didn't know how to do it. The phone rung, and this guy kind of talked to us. Found out it was no gimmick. There was no tricks involved in it. All you had to do is just, hey, you sit through this 2-hour presentation. Like, okay, I hate doing that, but as they laid out and they discussed the deals that they were going to give us, and they kept knocking stuff off.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to say, okay, what is this secrets place? I mean, what is about this secret place? And you looked them up real fast, and it looked good.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was needed. And right then and there, we got excited. I believe I got excited. You got excited. Well, you was never unexcited ever since that phone call came in.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, wow. We would just, I mean, it's an all inclusive resort. And when we say all inclusive, my gosh, I mean, they weren't kidding. I mean, there's a lot of all inclusive resorts. There are, but
Not like that.
not like that.
Not like that. I mean, no.
And so, like, the couple of days before the vacation, I was pre-packing. I already made a list of things that we make sure we took, but make sure we didn't forget our passport, because it would have been no vacation if we forgot our passport. We weren't going nowhere. And we we got to the airport, and audience, let me ask you a question. My husband was on the upgrade to first class seat going to Puerto Vallarta. Well, he was number one and I was 12 on the list. He's like, oh, I'm getting first class. I'm like, I know you're not going to go sit in first class without me. Long story, he wasn't able to get the upgrade, but we sat on that plane and took off. And when we got to the airport, I mean, you saw everyone's face when they land. Everyone was so happy on that plane because they were going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico on a vacation, most likely. And like, how did you feel when we landed at the airport and we actually got out the airplane?
Well, actually, the flight was only like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just excitement of just taking off and trying to figure out how do this place really look like what we saw, on the website, and was all of these things actually going to happen? Mm-hmm. When we landed, all you did was just look around, and everybody was teasing like a chess cat. Everybody was happy. Didn't know why they was happy, but everybody was happy. And when you get to the airport, they give you a shot of that tequila, right?
Margarita too.
Tequila, margarita. I mean, everybody. You get it. Then that's you want some more. They continue to pull. So that let you know that you are now on vacation, because when you land in the States, mm-hmm. they ain't giving you a shot of nothing. But get your bags. Get
customs.
But this was absolutely fantastic, and everybody was excited about going through customs, and it was painless. Mm-hmm. It was extremely painless with the customs that was there. First of all, they have about 15 different lines.
Oh yeah,
and it wasn't a problem. So I was excited all the way until, and we'll talk about that one later, when you had provided or scheduled a private driver.
It's really, in my opinion, it's just an Uber or a Lyft. But the thing was, I think it's just a lot of people taking vacation at the time. It was still spring break, and we waited for our private shuttle, for over an hour, close to 2. There were so many people outside the airport. But you know what? We got through it. We got on our shuttle, and they pulled up. The gate opened to the resort, and paradise was waiting for us.
Well, I was waiting on a guy that said, the plane. It was like that. Ooh. It was that wonderful when those gates open up. It's like, wow, this is paradise. And the secrets and the dreams, wow, it was incredible. And I believe all the rooms, everything was pretty much the same.
We had a nice balcony. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. We got to take a station break, but we're gonna come back because we got so much more to talk about. And if you want to be part of this conversation, whichever platform you're watching on, whether you're watching on 360 TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, over 25 other live streaming platforms, all you have to do, go to the comments and just ask us any question that you like, or just become part of the conversation. It's your life. Dr. Michelle and I will be back shortly. I never wanna leave. Yeah, I'm right where I wanna be. We got something you and me, and I can't get rid of this feeling. Just like a magnet, we're just like a magnet. The things we have can be taken for granted. Now I know that it has always been you. I can't help it, I'm so drawn to you. Just like a
you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. And Dr. Michelle and I are talking about our vacation that we were on. Just got back about 5 days ago. And right now, I feel rejuvenated. I mean, I feel like the batteries has been charged.
Mhm.
I just, what? I'm ready to take another one. I'm ready to take another one because it was so much fun, So, Michelle, before we get started, I want to show our viewers and our listeners a little bit of the fun that we had there, and our great marketing. Sarah always put together great videos. Here we go.
Ah, I love it. Oh man, I want to go back. Can we live there?
I don't know about living there, but
Mhm.
I would like to go back there again real soon, and also, get some of our peeps to go back there with us. Also join in and have this type of fun because it was absolutely incredible. And even toward the last day, it was like, wow, this is over. This is getting ready to end. We could have stayed another 2-3 days, and I believe we would have been okay.
Oh my gosh, yes. So let's just talk about the resort in general. Wow, I don't even know where to begin. Let's talk about the restaurants and the food at the resort. There were so many restaurants on that resort. I mean, you got Italian, you got a French, you got seafood, you got Mexican. We went to a French restaurant, and I really not into French food, but James loved it. Went to an Italian restaurant, and we went to this sushi bar place. Oh my gosh, we went there every single day. I think they felt like, I think they probably like, oh, here she comes again. I was like, I mean, during the day, oh my gosh, it was so amazing, that food. And of course, the drinks are free at the resort. I had my strawberry daiquiri, pina colada, and oh my gosh, even on the beach, I mean, they just keep, catering to whatever you need. I laid on the beach at the resort. And I mean, let's talk about the food. James, what did you think about the food?
Well, first of all, there was 16 different restaurants that was there.
Mhm.
16. Now you're not going to be able to get them all unless you just greedy, you know. mean, I know some people tried to go to each one of those restaurants, but the food was absolutely magnificent. It was especially uh, the French restaurant,
Hmm.
because they had so many different types of French cuisine, and I like the duck, and also the French onion soup and stuff like that. But all of the restaurants was extraordinary. Even the Italian one, where the food was so good, but they brought our food out kind of cold, and I wasn't used to uh, the servers bringing the food out cold like that.
But the food was good.
Oh,
Mhm.
it was delicious. I
Yeah.
mean, and they also had the hibachi, what the
We
shogun hibachi,
we
but
wanted to go, but they were closed that day.
we was not able to make it to that one. But all of the food, especially the international market, it's only thing I caution the listeners and viewers on the international market. You walk in this place, I'm talking about this everything cooked and all that. How you don't know where to start. I mean, if you say, okay, I want a sample of everything in here, you're gonna need about 6 plates. Yeah, so but there's so much to choose from, and the cooks, I believe, are 5-star chefs or close to it,
Mhm.
and all other restaurants. And the way that the waitress and everybody is all casually and cordial and respectful, and they make you feel like kings and queens there.
Oh my gosh, that resort is pristine. It is amazing. I mean, it was just so beautiful. It was just so beautiful. And one of the services that we had was the spa services. And, James, you're more into the sauna and steam room. I like the jacuzzi, give or take, but tell our audience about the spas, the hydrotherapy service, and the relaxation room. I spent more time in the relaxation room, but it was awesome.
Well, yeah, they have what they call the hydro
Therapy.
phonics
Yeah.
therapist. So where they have about all these pools, hot, warm, jacuzzi, steam rooms, sauna, massages, smelling all good in their relaxation. And we had to take a bath. Um, and just like Michelle said, yeah, I like the steam room, I like the sauna, but I also like the waterfalls and the water pressure that when you are in there, it's like 9 different things in the water, the warm pool.
Hmm.
Touches your back, your neck, your shoulders, your feet. I mean, everything. You can stay in there. I could have stayed in there for about 2 hours. I'm talking about all of those types of things, or more than that if they would have let me. But it's all about them taking care of you, making sure that whatever you are there uh, to do, whether relaxation, whether it's to eat, um, all of these great things, you're going to get it. Only thing that was additional cost was the massage, and then we got that half price.
Hmm.
Yeah, because this
We had a couples massage. We had a couples massage.
couple massage half price, uh, and they also let me do a live. Actually, we did 2 live shows there. We did one. Our show is your life, and we also did a show with our very very good friends, both Pastor Gina Jackson, Gary Jackson, where we did their Fire and Life show with them. It was just wonderful because they lay everything out for you. All you have to do is ask,
Hmm.
and they're not asking for any additional money. In which, I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Michelle, we end up paying $4.99 for the result. I mean, that's it, $4.99 with all of those things that I just mentioned.
Hmm.
And actually, money that we spent out of our pocket was probably under 500 bucks. So $1,000 for a 6 day, five, 5 night excursion, all inclusive, everything. It's just crazy.
Oh
It was
yeah.
just,
Oh my gosh.
so, but I mentioned the money so people would know that it's relatively inexpensive to do this if you do it the right way.
Yeah,
I
most
mean,
definitely. Most definitely. And you know, like I said, the staff there was really amazing, and there was fireworks at night. There was a band playing at the resort, and like I said, the side we stay on was for the adults only, but we could go to the dream side, which is families with kids and stuff like that. So we can go either side, and it was just amazing all around. And like I said, they were just so accommodating, and they just made us feel like really, really special. But one of the things we did was we did plan on a couple of excursions that were amazing, and maybe we could talk about that after the break. What do you think?
well, no, we'll talk about the excursions after the break, but I'm talking
Mhm,
about just the music at night, the band, the live bands,
mhm.
just all the activities, comedy shows, a lot of different things that they had scheduled if you wanted, if that's what you wanted to do. The
Mhm.
entertainment was there. And to be honest with you, if you never wanted to leave a resort, you didn't have to. Everything was there. I mean, you watch movies, you can do whatever you want to. Everything was there.
And
Where you
you mentioned we did two live shows there. We were
right,
planning on doing a third, but
uh,
we just had too much to do, and we wanted to go on some different excursions. And we just have to remember, audience, it's still your vacation, and you have to just live and enjoy. We're like, I'm sorry, we'll do that another time. So we did a rebroadcast of one of our amazing shows, and we just headed out and did our excursion tours. And like James said, we'll talk about more about the excursions we did after the break.
and we're gonna talk about that one. And I tell you, yes, we were planning on doing 3 shows, but after the first show, it was like so wonderful. Like we're gonna give up all this time. Where doing the show was probably gonna take what 3-4 hours unto my from start to finish and preparation, and we just didn't have that type of time to do it. So it was easy to get in touch with the television station and everybody say, hey, we're gonna run a rerun today, and we got out and went on to town. We're gonna talk about all these great things when we get back. And I tell you, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments portion of whichever platform you're watching it on, and just ask Dr. Michelle or myself any question you like. Yes, your life. We'll be back shortly after the break.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And I got my favorite guest. Well, actually, she's not a guest. She's a guest today on the James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And we're talking about the vacation we just came off of. And we already planning. I'm doing another one in about 3 months. And you can come along with us. Come along with us. We're going to pick a nice spot. We're going to have a great time. It probably looking like another exclusive, all inclusive. Because
inclusive, yes. I love those.
They kind of spoiled us a little bit on that one. It's we did so many great things, at least I thought. I probably could have done a lot more, but what we did was amazing. Michelle, you want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we did when we was there?
Well, yeah. One is the first excursion we took was like a city tour around Puerto Vallarta and other places. And wow. So we were on a bus. The original bus we were on, they transferred us to another bus because we're the only English speaking people on the bus. And the rest, they spoke Spanish. So they wanted to bring us on a bus where there were more English, speaking customers. So we got on that bus and we went to this mall. We went to see how they made chocolate. We went to like this chocolate factory. We saw how they made chocolate and cocoa. It was just very interesting. And then, and I'm probably missing some stops along the way, but we went to this area where they showed us how they make tequila. And we sat down and the gentleman just gave us samples of different types of tequila, and we, did little shots in here and there. And, tequila is not really my thing. But the tequila they gave us samples of it was really good. I'm more of a fruity person. So, we did that. What did you think about that tequila tour and the chocolate factory?
Okay. First of all, you have missed about 8 stops.
I told you. It's a lot of stops.
Yeah, you missed about 8 of them. You went from that one to that one. No, but I thought it was very educational. You get a chance to learn the island customs. You get a chance to see a lot of the history that is there. Get a chance to really meet the people. So I thought that bus tour, it was 6 hours, whole day. But it takes you all around and they explain everything to you about the island, existence of it, a lot of the things that most people do, and especially if they live there. And you mentioned the chocolate factory. That was interesting. It was inside that mall. Mm-hmm. And it's so many things that was inside the mall, but that was interesting just to see how chocolate is made, and they identify the exact plants and stuff that is utilized to make the chocolate, because you look at it like, I don't know how they're gonna make some chocolate out of this. Mm-hmm. I mean, it looked green to me. Everything looked, but just understanding that, because I really didn't know a whole lot about how chocolate and cocoa and et cetera is made. So that was very interesting. We went to this beautiful church, this cathedral. It was just, when you walk in there, it's just you get a different feeling. There's a lot of people in there, but you walk in there, you see, I forgot what the name of it. You remember that?
I forgot. It was Saints Lady of the Lady of, I don't know, but it was a Catholic church, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I think the church like 1,000 years old or something like that, maybe older than that. But you walk in there, it was just absolutely beautiful, and just the atmosphere. You can feel something going on in in that church, and a lot of people uh, came in, sit down, prayed, looked up, and end up leaving. I mean, feeling, at least we did, a lot better than what we did prior to walking in there. So, but we did that. We also had an opportunity to stop along the way, the beaches, the different sceneries, uh, to see what a politician do their work, and etc., and take pictures, and just get an opportunity to meet and talk to the people that was on the bus, because you mentioned first bus that we was on, uh, nobody spoke English, only the announcer. And like, I'm basically what he was saying, I got to get you guys off this bus and get you guys on a bus where there would be more English speaking people there, and the tour guide speak English as well, maybe be able to explain all those things to you. But you also mentioned the tequila. That was pretty interesting. About to see the tequila roots, because we got a couple of big gigantic roots in our California home. I mean, I did not know that that was worth that much money. I'm talking about the big old tequila thing, and that's what they utilize to make tequila. And so, and wow, and we got those big gigantic leaves on ours. But it was amazing. But last but not least, we stopped for dinner. I guess that's what you might want to call it. And I'm gonna tell you, Michelle, the way that the announcer had beefed up that food, like, oh, it's to die for, and all this, and knowing that we had that big gigantic meal later on that night coming up, I wasn't going to stuff myself 2 hours prior to dinner happening. But a lot of people, it was really enjoyable. We had a chance to walk around, and you went across the Bridge of Doom.
That floppy bridge, and you didn't walk with me. I don't know why you didn't walk on the floppy bridge.
Yeah. So, but the meal, you had those big gigantic shrimps rolled
Yeah,
in
wrapped
bacon.
bacon wrapped around it and everything like that. And then you had like some drink, wasn't like a pineapple thing, like
It was a
tequila,
pineapple.
or I don't know what it was.
What they did was they took most of the inside of a gigantic pineapple, mixed it up with tequila and some fruity stuff, and they put it back in the pineapple. And you know, it was missing tequila. So I said, "Hey, this this drink do not have any tequila in it." I mean, so they brought another big shot. There's never a shortage of tequila, and I don't even like tequila. But when you're there, you're having fun. Sometimes you have to adjust to the society, as long as it's not wrong. What the people do, and in order to learn their cultures. What was the most important thing about that tour that you liked? That particular one.
um, I was amazed by that iguana that when we stopped by. It was a long iguana. I don't like lizards or crawly creatures at all. So one of the locals had this big iguana, and you could take pictures, pet it, everything like that. I was not about to do it. I mean, we saw him take the iguana. He's in his cars, in the front seat of his car. I'm like, the iguana's just hanging out. I'm like, oh my gosh. But the amazing thing, and we didn't find this out until after we got back to the resort, James was the food of all the mosquitoes in that area because they just tore his legs up. Oh my gosh, he was bitten so bad.
Oh yeah, it was horrible. I'm still suffering today from that. I mean, it's I don't know. I ain't never been bit that many times by mosquitoes, but I think most of the mosquito bites came from our second excursion that we had.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we have a Pastor Gina Jackson wants to know, how was the weather? The weather was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. Probably about 70, 75 degrees, pretty much all day long. I don't think it got cool at all. I mean, I'm talking about it wasn't hot, but it was, the weather was absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely. The weather was fantastic. But you know, we thought that excursion was great. Nothing compared to what we had in store for our last day in Puerto Vallarta. We went on the Rhythm of the Night cruise. It's a dinner and a show, and let me tell you, people, it was out of 5 stars, I give it 6. It was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, we didn't know what to expect. We just heard, you know, the people at the resort and all the folks who attended, you got to go on the Rhythm of the Night cruise. We're like, okay, we're going to go. Wow. I mean, when we got to the mall, because that's where you purchase your, you know, your ticket, and then you get online, they tell you what boat you get on. You know, there was a lot of people there. So there's also like a boat for if you want to do a pirate ship, but we were doing the Rhythm of the Night cruise. So we got on there, we took lots of pictures, and it took us about an hour to get to an island where the show and the dinner was going to be. And let me tell you, the cruise to the island on that boat, it was amazing. The scenery was so beautiful. I mean, they give you drinks coming on the boat and everything like that. Everyone's just festive and happy. What did you think of the boat ride going, James?
First of all, I was kind of concerned because you put 350 people on a boat that looked like it can hold 100. You know, and I spent 23 years in the Navy. It was like, I'm sitting around, how they gonna get on it? And people still come. So obviously they have been doing it every day. So I was kind of concerned about whether there's gonna be enough room or whether the boat gonna flip over, turn over, whatever that is. But you know, we got there. So like you said, the welcoming party, all that, everything was amazing. Took us an hour to get there. And Michelle, we didn't have to purchase that. That was part of the package. So, but that was part of the package. So was massages and those things that we did not get a chance to do. But it was amazing when you pulled up to the island. You know, about a mile out, you can pretty much see everything. And then when you pull up to the island, it's amazing. I don't want to give away that because we got to take a station break, and we're going to talk about pulling up to the island and what type of excursion that this was. I mean, I tell you, it was amazing, and it wasn't something that we was expecting. So I tell you, we're going to take a station break. We're going to come back. We're going to discuss this excursion and also talk about some other things that I think you should know about. It's Your Life. I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley. We'll be back shortly after the break.
Fight again. And if you want my opinion, I let it take me away. Only relief is the 4 on the floor and the crowd that goes, oh, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, oh, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
Hello. Hey, I'm James Cooley. I am the founder and CEO of the J.C. Cooley Foundation. Options, Opportunities, Lasting Choice Program. Our primary mission is to help build a foundation of our youth and young adults and communities. And we encourage everyone to dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. And the way that you do that is, first of all, you got to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to know that you are here for a purpose. You also have to be able to step out your comfort zone and do things that you probably didn't think that you can do.
Life is a series of circles and cycles, phrases and stages. These experiences teach you the lessons of life. You can either ignore them or embrace them. Welcome to It's Your Life with James Cooley. James is a motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation. James is here to equip you to strive for greatness and overcome adversity. It's time to get you equipped today for the challenges of tomorrow. Now, here's the host of It's Your Life, James Cooley.
It's your life.
Hello, welcome back to It's Your Life. And Michelle and I are talking about our amazing vacation, celebrating our 15th anniversary. You know, just looking forward to 16, 30, 50. I mean,
100.
However the Lord gives us an opportunity to be together. I want to spend it with this woman right here. Michelle, have anybody told you today at home that you are loved and appreciated?
Yes, you did just now. Oh my gosh.
You are loved and appreciated, and wow, it's just a pleasure.
Yes.
Just spending my life with you, and you know, God really made me. I mean, just when you don't even think about that piece of the puzzle, it's like I mentioned at the beginning of it, and you do God's work, and you be faithful, truthful, honest, and you do this thing called respect to all people, regardless of race, creed, or color, or whatever that is. It's all about respect. And then sometimes I believe God, just like in my case, He blessed me by sending you in my world, because you are all of that. Your character, everything about you is just so wonderful. Just to me, it's just so wonderful. And I could not have asked for a better soulmate. And therefore, you know, when I say complete me, I'm happy. I pray to God every day that you are here in my world. I just want you to know that.
It's amazing how the beauty of our relationship, our marriage, is that, you know, we not only are we a good fit, but we're ourselves with each other. We're genuine, authentic, but we also have fun and we laugh. That's the most important thing, is to laugh, because life can get tough sometimes. But, you know, I remember, and we'll get back to our vacation takeaways, but I remember like 2 days ago, like I'm getting ready to write something, and James was teasing me, I'm going to write it for you. It's like, no, you're not going to write it for me. He's like, no, I'm going to write it for you. I was like, well, I need to take my laptop and go in the other room so I can concentrate. He said, I'm still going to write it for you. And then you ended up, yelled, count it all joy. And I shut the door, and I was like, my man is silly. He is silly.
Hey, you know, if my buddy Pastor Jackson, if he listening, he probably laughing right now, because that's all I always say. Hey, he said, hey man, this is going on right here. I said, man, count it all joy. And you know, the smile come on.
But it was funny the way he said it, because he was teasing me. I'm like, I'm going in the other room to do my my homework, so to speak. He's like, count it all joy. I was like, what? But okay, we have to get back to our vacation takeaways. So we were talking about the Rhythm of the Night cruise, and when the boat pulled up to that private island, and James, let me tell you, that's a private island. There are people who live there, who do whatever they need to do, but it's so decorated and it is beautiful. And then we had dinner. Let me tell you, dinner was amazing. Oh my gosh. I went back for seconds and thirds. I was looking around like, hope no one sees me, but I'm on vacation. But dinner, the decoration of that island, my gosh, it's like Gilligan's Island. It's we're not a castle, we're not stuck, but that island is paradise. Okay, you go ahead.
Okay, first of all, when we pulled up and got off the boat, everybody couldn't wait to get off that boat. First of all, the boat was too packed. Secondly, when we did get off, we looked to the side and they have a mermaid over there, right? Right. Yeah, so that kind of gives you a clue of what is displayed and what this island is all about. And then have sounds of lions, tigers, and bears, and all this other type of stuff. And it was amazing. So you get out and you see all these the animals and what people, they're really animals in costumes and all that. And it's like, okay, they're gonna be real lions, tigers, and bears here, and everybody looking around. And so you don't get a chance to look at it right then and there because we went to eat first. We went to the eating area, and it's just look all simple or whatever that might be. I mean, people packing in, and so okay, what type of food are they gonna have? So they serve all Mexican food, right? I mean, all that stuff, but it was something about this food that was different. I mean, it looked the same, but once you went up there, it's all you can eat, all whatever. You got your plate of that, like what? I ain't had no Mexican food take like this. You know what? We went back and got another one. And we kept going back and getting more. So this is outstanding. It was wonderful. And
James was like, I was like, oh, wow, I love that rice. He goes, go get some more. I was like, no, I don't want any more. So when he got some more, and I ate off of his plate, I was like, I want to be greedy. I'm like, it was funny.
Hey, but let's tell them about the show because we're down to 4 minutes.
Oh, that's right. The show was amazing. It's kind of like a Circus Soleil type of show. They take you to the stadium, but you have to walk through all these steps in the island. And my gosh, it was beautiful. Those performers, they're like acrobats, and they're like, they were just doing all these flips and stuff, and it was just an amazing show. I mean, what did you think of the show?
I thought the show was amazing because, first of all, a lot of times they didn't have any protection, and they throwing a person 15, 20 feet up in there flipping. And this little guy, I kind of feel bad for him because they had this bigger guy had him on his feet that's flipping him up and down. And he jumping out, turning him all around. I said, this boy hit this ground. It's going to be all over but the crying, But these amazing actors, I knew that they had to be athletes to be doing all those flips and twists and just everything. Neither one of them had an ounce of fat on, other than who was that? The one?
It was the MC. It was the master of ceremonies. He was, he wasn't like the acrobat or anything like that. But the other performers, they were just great. Let me tell you, they were just absolutely great.
They was great. They was absolutely wonderful. But the show was fantastic, and I would go back again. And Terry Sue, yes. We all need to get away and go to some place right there. Terry Sue, her and her husband are so wonderful, So it was wonderful. It was well needed, and I tell you that I would go back to that place any day.
And they have so many different locations. Like they have one in Cabo. They have them all over the place. The Secrets and Dreams of Resort. I mean. And Terry Sue, we will post more pictures, most definitely. We're still winding down from our vacation. We really are. So Thank you, babe, for just taking us there and just enjoying ourselves, and that couples massage. That was just amazing.
Wow. We done ran out of time.
Oh no.
But I tell you, everybody needs to take time to get away and just relax, especially Terry Sue and the doctor, the great doctor. Yeah, you guys feeding communities, you guys doing so many great things. People need to take care of you guys because you guys deserve it. Pastor Gina and Pastor Jackson, we love you guys. We love everybody. I love our viewers, our listeners, and most importantly, I want everybody to always dream big, think big, and be big. You got anything to say, Michelle? 15 seconds before we sign off.
Hey, take vacation, take time for yourself, enjoy life. Life is not all about work. It really isn't. You can't take it with you. So enjoy your life while you can.
You can't take it with you, and always just relax and take care of yourself. Dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Love a bird.